All right. Should be live now. We're going to be playing some Xenoblade Chronicles X, as you can see. This high guard thing is so funny. I've been watching it. Like, I didn't know like until after it all the crash happened. Here, let me show you. And so I've been like refreshing. So what I've been doing here, like, I didn't know about this. Do you guys remember when I watched the awards and the day after, and I was like fast forwarding past all the boring crap, and he's like, I got one more thing to show you. And it was this, and I just like skipped past it, and then it was over, and then I was like, okay, and then I turned it off. Like, I did, like, the moment I saw the gameplay start for that, I was like, nope, not interested. I just immediately started skipping it. Well, apparently everyone else felt the same. Not really, because 100,000 people tried it. It's a free-to-play game that 100,000 people tried. So I guess a lot of other people were like, ooh, wow, this is gonna be the next big thing. Jeff Keighley says so. Ooh. And they, they didn't look at it and immediately realized that it was trash and just start hitting the skip button. But the funny thing is watching this number right here. This number right here is slowly increasing. But this was what it was. This 97,000. As of about maybe 30 plus minutes ago, this number here was like 90 something, like 92,000 or something. It was like 30 minutes ago or something. It was something like that. And I came into the page and it's like, oh, hey, look, the all-time peak is already lower than the 24-hour peak is already lower than the all-time peak. That means I can kind of watch in real time as the player count decreases. And this number here, when I started watching, this was at like 18,000 and something, and this was at like 90 something thousand. And so what I did was, like, every like 10 minutes or so, here, I'll do it again. We're about, like, I think 5 minutes, less than 5 minutes actually, since I last refreshed. I might have refreshed right before I hit the play button, I don't remember. Let's look. 65,000. So we got 19,000 and 65,000. Once we hit the 1 more minute mark, so it's been so I'm gonna do this all throughout the stream. As we're streaming this, I'm going to come in here, pull this screen back up, and hit the refresh button. I'm gonna hit the refresh button again once it's officially 3:30 my time. It's just taking forever for that last minute to come through. All right, there we go. It's 3:30 my time, so 65,000. I don't remember how long it's been since I hit the button. I might have hit it just as I started streaming, which would have been only 3 minutes ago. So 65,019. All right, so yeah, it hasn't updated yet. 65,019. All right, so we'll come back in like 5 or 10 minutes and hit the button again. That shit is, it's been funny. Like, these two numbers here. Like, it was like every 10 minutes I would hit this button and this would be drop several thousand players. And I'm like, how do you start? Like, I was at the 24-hour peak basically. I was at like 96,000 or something when I pulled up this page to see. And then I started doing some other stuff, and I was like, wait a second, it's been about 10 minutes or so since I did that. I wonder how much it would drop if I press the refresh button now. And I pressed the refresh button, and then it was like several thousand lower. And I was like, whoa, all right, this is actually entertaining. I'm gonna keep doing that. Let's see. So for now, we're gonna close this, and then come back in a few minutes and do a refresh and see what that number says. You didn't have cheesecake this time? Oh man, you must have ran out. My heart goes out to your loss. cheesecake. Yeah, I've never seen a player count drop so fast. Because I am watching the player count drop in real time by watching that 24-hour peak. Because every however long it takes to update the 24-hour peak, that is how much time it took for the numbers to update on the website, most likely. It'd be cool if you can actually watch it like an actual counter, where in real time it's like going boop, 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 and it's ticking up and down. That would be cool. If I can scroll and find an option. Oh no, I don't see an option for that. Man, the reviews are 32% positive. Oh my god, that's wow. Almost 70% of the reviews are negative. That's crazy. Like, I knew it would be bad at like within a few seconds of the trailer, but holy shit, I didn't realize it would be that bad. Let me see. The thing is I don't even think that I don't think I can pull up the stream either, because I don't think it's properly labeled. Because I think I forgot to write that I was watching the Game Awards, so it just is a nothing stream. It just says I was playing a video game instead. My content. Search. Game. The word game. Yeah, nothing showed up. Awards. Yeah, nothing showed up. Yeah, I forgot to label it. That's the problem. I guess, you know what I could do? I could see what day was the game? December 11th. All right, so that means December 12th. Do I have a Oh, it doesn't do that. It doesn't have a date. It just says how many days it was. Why? 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 Why not just give me the date? Or both. That would work too. Wait, Merry Christmas. Oh my god, and it just goes into months. It just says 1 month now. It doesn't. Why? Why? Yeah, I don't see it. Bro, why is it like this? Is there like an information button? Agreement, edit, embed, logs? What if okay. What if I just, can I open the video? All right, November 27th. November 14th. Okay, we're almost there. '11th, 12th. Here it is. Wait, did I not? Wait, that's not, this isn't it. This is November 12th. Wait, November. Wait, did I say December? Oh my gosh, it was December, not November. I thought I found it. This was me looking at the Steam Deck announcement. That was pretty hype, the Steam Deck stuff. So hold on, I gotta go back here. All right, let's see what this is. December 6th. Okay, we're close. All right, what does this say? All right. December 11th. This was the day of the Game Awards, and I'm scrolling through what I did that day, and I didn't watch a single Game Award. All right, so, oh wait, which one did I click on? Yeah. All right. I guess I clicked on that one. So scroll one up. Oh no. I guess my reaction was so like uninterested that I deleted it. I didn't even keep it up. It's gone. That's fucked up. That's funny. Hold on. What about Twitch? Did I delete it on Twitch? I guess I was so bored by the Game Awards that I fucking was like, oh, this content isn't worth keeping on my channel, and just deleted it. Channel. What do I go to see my old videos? There we go. All recent broadcasts. Does this not... Why does this also say how many days ago, too? Why? That's stupid. That's not... Oh, my lordy. It says how many days ago instead of actually when it was streamed. Alright, Alright, this was sometime this last month. Let's open this up. I was looking at my Steam thing. I did look at my Steam thing a few times during it. Let's see if it says the date I streamed when I open it up here. Bro, does it not even say the day you streamed it when you open up the stream? What the fuck? Oh my god. Twitch, you're terrible, bro. No, that wasn't it. I think it was, maybe it's a winter sale, and I was looking at the winter sale. Yeah, but the problem is, like, I don't even know when this was streamed. That's wild. You really don't keep track of the date? You just say last month, huh? That's fucked up. Yes, I think I must have deleted it, I guess. I probably wouldn't have deleted it from my Twitch because Twitch automatically deletes stuff. And so what's the point? But I can't find it in my... 2 months ago is too far back, right? Yeah, 2 months ago is too far back. So, let's see. I'll just look a little longer, but I don't think I'm gonna find it. Wait a second. That wouldn't be right. I'm already to 2 days ago. All right, so it's gonna be in the last. Okay, so 25 days ago. So it's gonna be somewhere in the last month before the 2 months. And I don't see it in the thumbnail, so I don't know. It could be somewhere in here, but unfortunately, guys, I can't find it. But I feel like now that High Guard is out, my reactions that were basically me just sitting there quietly mocking how bored I was, mocking the games and talking about how bored I was. At the time, it was boring, and there was nothing of value to watch because we were watching the game. But I guess, but now that one of the most hyped up games there, hold on guys, I've got one more thing to show you. I'm about to blow these bitches' minds. Wait. Oh, that reminds me. Have we done this? Is this the same number as it was before, or did it refresh without me noticing? Because I was looking through other windows. We got 19 and 65, right? Yeah, I guess it already changed. It's not changing. What's going on? It was changing like every 5 or 10 minutes before, but now it's staying the same. Either that or it already went down without me noticing. Alright, so 1965. Maybe what I should do is copy this number. Why is it not changing anymore? It was changing like every few minutes. It was hilarious. I don't know. Not changing. Depression. What about the Steam DB? What about that other website? Steam charts, there it is. Oh, that's not I don't know what it's called. What if I just type in something more popular like Skyrim? Then it'll show me the other. Oh, it's right here. Okay. Sky. What's it called? Edgeguard? Fuck, I forgot the name already. Oh, High Guard. Stupid. Oh, apparently it's too early to get that. It doesn't show it until it's been a few days. I don't know why it won't update anymore. Like, did I break it? Maybe I hit the refresh button a couple of too many times and it's like, no, we no more update for you. No. Ooh, what if I try a different, you know what? What if I try a different browser? Wait, maybe it just stayed the same. Maybe it glitched out and it stayed the same for a temporary amount of time. Because all of a sudden, this is a different browser. And it dropped only a couple of hundred. And this dropped, like, look at the difference. This dropped like 60 or so. So that dropped 60. And that one dropped a few hundred. Weird. So let's hit the refresh on this now. Maybe there was a period of time where Steam Charts froze up. Yeah, it's fixed. Okay, so now it's probably going to start dropping normally again. All right, cool. All right, we'll check back in like 10 minutes then, because that's about like every 10 minutes or so it would just like go blah. Or maybe the game actually stabilized at 65,000 something. Several for like a half an hour. Maybe like that happened like stabilized for like a half an hour for some reason. That seems unlikely. I feel like there was a glitch in the system or something instead. But no, but then when it unglitched, it would have dropped super significantly instead of by a few hundred. What the hell is that? Eh, whatever. It'll work out. Yeah, let me check, Soren. That's not good. No. Yeah, it's still not working. I gotta work on it tomorrow. Or later on, I guess. Sorry. Yeah, I still can't get it to work. Maybe try this last thing. No, that didn't work. This work and all right, we'll try that. Hold on. Alright. Let's see. Is that doing it? Okay. All right, I think that might have fixed it finally. I didn't do it yesterday, but I've already haven't really done anything in the game right now, so it's not hurting anything. To do all this real quick, interrupt the stream, because the stream isn't like I basically haven't even started the game yet. Been talking about stuff. All right, it should work now, Sword, I think. While we're here, let's see if refreshing it changes anything. I don't know how long all that took. Oh yeah, it dropped by almost 1,000. Now it's working again. So what was it, like 5 minutes and like 1,000 people almost left in like 5 minutes? That's crazy, dude. Like that's wild. What the hell, why was the game that unentertaining? Check back again in like 10 minutes. American Chopper. All Whittle, maybe. Oh wait, what was I doing? Oh no, I didn't need to do that. I should have just did this. There we go. Hunt for sand airburrs. All right, how much fuel do I have? I know I burnt up a bunch of it by just flying and hovering. Yeah, that's the thing though. It's a hero PvP hero shooter co-op versus hero shooter thing. Like, who gives a fuck? Like, those games they're already set. Like the ones that are in control are going to stay in control. The only exceptions are going to be. The only exceptions for that are going to be. Wait, is this the thing I gotta beat? No.
Hey,
huh?
But I
what?
didn't want to fight.
Bitch, who's this? And why can't I target him? He's untargetable. Finally.
They're off guard.
Your life.
Ready to melee.
Try hard quarter rush.
Nobody invited you to this fight?
Now, melee attacks.
All or
Deploying
nothing.
field. Touch in the end.
You're in my sight.
Hard work always pays off.
Asshole. Marvel. Well, the thing is Marvels is Marvels, all right? Like, so here's the thing. If Nintendo came out with a PvP hero shooting co-op team-based game starring Mario and Link, bitches are gonna be playing that. Same for if they do it with Pokemon, all right? All right, so I need to find 2 of them at once. I don't know, young list. That's what I'm saying. Apparently, the rumor is. So, Junglist, there's a potentially good rumor if you're still holding out. I gave up. As you can tell, I gave up. I waited until the Switch 2 came out, and then a little bit of time, and nothing. All it gave was a stability, like the game runs better. So, but the potential good news is that the rumor mill says there's going to be a Nintendo Direct soon, and that during the Direct they're going to announce a lot more games, Switch 1 games, to get the Switch 2 upgrade treatments. So if that turns out to be a true rumor, then we'll finally see it. But there's a good chance it's just another fake rumor. But February 5th is the date all the people are throwing around as the day to mark on your calendar. And on top of that, the thing is that there's always this like fog of lies surrounding all that kind of stuff. So even if the date is right, the rumors of the things that will be shown could just be made up bullshit.
Hey, but I didn't want to fight. Hey, but I didn't want to fight.
Four sand aviators. Do these guys have a name? Can I target them? Wait, where'd he go? They're Sandy Sabababa. What is a sandy aviator? Maybe it's like up in the air? Because it says aviators. No, it doesn't say aviators. That's not what it says.
Hey, but I didn't want to fight.
It said aviators. Still gonna check the air just in case, though. Wait, did the marker move? Wait, is it the big worm? I thought the big worm was more dangerous. Oh yeah, that thing's a lot more dangerous. That's not what they want me to hunt. The fuck do they want me to hunt then? I'm in the area again and I don't see what I'm supposed to be hunting. Not these things, right?
Oh, they've seen us.
Oh, it is. Why wasn't the other one? All right.
It's on
Deploying
now.
field.
Close the
Time
distance.
lost my balance. Ready to get weak in the knees.
I'm confused as to why the other ones I woke up didn't have the marker.
Good. More practice.
Oh, maybe it did, but the marker went above my head.
They're off guard.
Your life.
Stack me with the melee attack.
Fly on quarter.
Because the life bar has it on the right, so maybe I should have been looking at that. Go back over here and get the two that were over here. Oh.
Hey, but I didn't
Oh, that's a
wanna
different
fight.
name. Wait, what? Not different. I could have sworn I saw a different name. What was I targeting? Something behind it, maybe?
They've
Yeah, I
seen
guess I
us.
was targeting something behind it.
They're off guard.
Your life.
Stack me with the melee attack.
Fly on. There's no substitute for real combat.
That was a cinch. Hey, but I didn't want to fight.
Oh no, I'm out of fuel. It's all on you guys.
Shoot,
some of
shoot,
this.
shoot some more.
Come on.
Whoa. I've got your cover fire.
You're in my sights.
Hit him again for me. This is it.
One blow to end it all.
We got this in the bag now.
Good job,
There's no
guys.
substitute for real
They can
combat.
actually do
That
real
was a
damage when they're in
cinch.
their mech. On foot, they're just completely worthless. Like, there's no point even having them in your party. Welcome, Vito, and thanks for following. You know what? That's a good as time as any to come over here and hit that refresh button and see. How many minutes has it been? Like another 5-10 minutes. So let's see what happens. We got 19, 17, 64, 38. Oh my god. Bro, it's been only like 5 or 10 minutes, dude. How is it dropping so fast? Holy shit. Like, what did they do? Like, I knew the game was gonna be boring as hell, but what did they do to people? Like, the game wasn't just bad, it was like offensively bad or something. Like like I heard that people were quitting in the middle of matches. Like, they'd start a match and then they'd be like, all right guys, I'm gone. I don't want to play this game anymore. I'm bored. And they wouldn't even finish the match. They just be like, I'm bye. I enjoy seeing the failure of the fake gaming industry. Or let's say the fake gamer industry. That's what we should call it. What I mean by that is video games made by fake gamers and propped up by fake gamers and promoted by fake gamers to a gaming audience that doesn't really exist. Or an already captured gaming audience that you'd have to perform a fucking miracle to get away from their other game. Like, if Highguard was just some random game in the middle of the award show or whatever, and they paid lots of money for their spot and all that shit, that'd be one thing. But apparently they didn't even pay money for their spot, and it wasn't in the middle. It was like hey guys, we got something big for you. We got one last thing to show you. Like they're about to blow our fucking minds. and like within seconds of the trailer starting, I already started to do the press the forward button and skip 5 seconds at a time. And then like a couple of like I don't know, like 10 seconds later, I was through most of the trailer because I just kept hitting the skip button and not a single frame interested me. And then the Game Awards were over, and I was like, huh. All right, I guess that's it. Division rewards, yeah, I should do that. Now, if it was like some real people who were trying to make a real game and they fell flat, I'd feel bad for them, right? It's like, better luck next time, guys. Hopefully you can pull it off. But no, man, these are apparently the same motherfuckers. Some of the same people who made Concord were hired on to help make this fucking iGuard game. Right? Like, these are fake ass gamers being promoted by fake ass gamers, making a fake ass game. Like, I'm good. Like, if Silksong would have crashed and burned and it turned out not to be a good game, I would have been heartbroken. I'm so excited about Silksong being good. Like, when I finally start playing Silksong, which isn't going to be directly after this, guys. I got too many games on my list, and I am perfectly fine letting the game marinate. So I'm probably gonna let Silksong marinate. I might even replay all of the first Hollow Knight before I go into Silksong, but I probably won't do that because I was thinking about that and I'm like, that might end up burning me because Hollow Knight is not a game for the gentle of heart, right? Like, Hollow Knight is an investment. Like, you don't just play Hollow Knight. You live Hollow Knight for like a month. Like, that is a long ass 2D Metroidvania game. Like, it's so crazy too. You can get the game for like $12 or some shit like that. Whereas, oh, you want Metroid Dread? Oh, that'll be $60. Like, your Metroid Dread is like an 8-hour game, bro. I'm like, yeah. Like, Hollow Knight's better in every conceivable fucking way. It is like $12. And it's like 5 to 10 times bigger than your game. Yeah, but we're Nintendo. Like, yeah, but your game's worse. That's making me sad. That's one of the things that is making me sad is Nintendo is losing their magic. Like, they're starting to lose their magic. They're so obsessed with money. They're so obsessed with just money that they're losing their magic. I mean, think about it. Let me show you why all the games that have come out by Nintendo and are coming out soon are the same, have this slimy sort of feel to them. So we're gonna go Nintendo Switch 1 best selling games. All right, let's see if we can, from Nintendo themselves. No, that's not the sales numbers. I want the sales numbers. All right, maybe the Wikipedia will do it. All right, so we got Mario Kart 8 Deluxe at 69 million copies sold. So what was the first game to come out for the Switch 2? A half-assed Mario Kart game that wasn't even finished. Animal Crossing at 48 million. So another Animal Crossing isn't coming out. Instead, they released some DLC or some update for the game or something. But they probably are in the middle of making an Animal Crossing, but it's not yet out, right? However, what is Nintendo doing that might be similar to Animal Crossing? Oopsie doopsie whoopsie poopsie. Here's your cozy game with Pokemon, where you go around and you build yourself a little Pokemon village. This apparently, with the leaks of the Nintendo leaks that recently came out, this actually was supposed to be not a standalone game. This was originally going to be a game, a mini game in this here, right? It looked like this, more like similar to this. It was much further zoomed out than those other pictures. It was going to be a mini game inside of the Gen 10 Pokemon game. But then they were like, oh, that bitch reminds me of the second best Nintendo Switch selling game, Animal Crossing. You know what we should do? We should just sell this as its own game. And then, like, what else? Upcoming Nintendo Switch 2 games. Let's see if we can get a list of upcoming Nintendo Switch games. The Mario Tennis is an aberration, if you ask me. I'm not seeing the game. What is the game called? Like Tomodachi or some shit like that? Nintendo. Yeah, Tomodachi Life. They're doing a Nintendo Direct soon about Tomodachi Life. That is actually gonna happen, I think, in only a couple of days, maybe even tomorrow. I don't remember. Wait, March 28th. No, that's not it then. That's March 28th, not January 28th. But yeah, it's I think they're gonna have like a Direct for this like tomorrow or the day after or something. So yeah. So they got the second best selling game they have, which is Animal Crossing. They have 2 Animal Crossing style games coming out very soon after the game's launch. And then it's like, oh, here's the aberration. And the aberration, you know why that's the aberration? Sora Ltd. Masahiro Sakurai. He told them, he even said it in his videos. He said, no, after I finish Smash Ultimate, I need to be allowed to take a break from Smash Bros. And do one of my games that I want to make. And so rather than him immediately starting work on Ultimate 2, instead, he's like, yeah, I'm going to make Kirby. And so this is an aberration. There would have been another Smash soon after the game, the Switch came out. And there probably will be one within a year or two, because they're putting his ass back to work since he's finished with Kirby. Then notice Zelda Breath of the Wild also sold well. The next best-selling game. Notice that all the Nintendo games have started to be open world games now. After Zelda Breath of the Wild, their first big open world game in a long time, blew up. Next thing you know, all of the games, not even the Zelda games, are starting to be open world now. Like the Pokemon game, like that's coming out, is going to be open world. This one already is open world. They fucking made a Metroid game open world, for fuck's sake. Like they just started making, they made their Mario Kart game open world. They're just starting to make all their games open world, and apparently they've even admitted it was because of Zelda that they're doing that. So what's the next game after that? Super Mario Odyssey. Well, they didn't have one of those in the works yet, so instead they released the Donkey Kong game that's a lot like Mario Odyssey. It just has less heart. We know the Pokemon games are coming out. This is the same as Breath of the Wild. They already released a Mario Party expansion. They already upgraded another 2D Mario game. They're releasing a sports, not Switch Sports, but they're releasing a sports game for the Switch in a few days or weeks or something, I think. Which I think ties into the fact that this one sold 15 and then this one sold 16. So they're, you know, they're like, well, we have to have our sports game. Let's do a Mario Tennis game. Those are easy to make. You notice what you like, all these games here, like they're just gonna try to follow the pattern that was already doing them lots. Like, how do you release your console and your primary game is a fucking racing game? That's wild. That's just wild. That's like opening a fast food restaurant and saying the only thing you can buy for the first year is French fries, soft drinks, and salads. And people are like, what about the burgers? Like, nah, y'all have to wait for that. People are just gonna turn around. They're like, nah, I'm good. I'm not interested in your fucking burger-free fast food restaurant. Thank you. Speaking of which, speaking of failures, hopefully Nintendo gets their shit together. If the new Smash comes out, it's gonna be good as long as Sakurai's working on it. But it's gonna be an $80 game. That's the sucky part. We got $62.
Hey, but I didn't want to fight.
Okay, by dollars. So we got 62,098. All right. Oh my god. Another 2,000, dude. We just refreshed this. Holy shit. They're losing thousands of players every few minutes. That's crazy. I've never seen anything like that. That game imploded.
Where's to be safe?
You're in my
End
sights.
of your life is me. My hard
We got
quarter.
this in the bag now.
I was sitting here minding my own damn business.
I won't let you down.
You son of a bitch.
I'll hold him. Let him have it. There.
All or nothing.
Deploying field. Use an aura.
There's
Get
no
back
sun.
to battle.
Real
Like,
combat.
got that.
We got him. Let's move.
Oh yeah, if you don't own a Switch, my Switch 2 was a gift. I highly recommend that if you don't own a Switch 2, do not buy the Switch 2. Don't worry about some price increases or whatever that bullshit is that people are saying. Like, we already had like a sales cut during the holiday. You'll be fine. What you want to wait for is you want to wait for some actual good games to come out that you have to play. But then on top of that, you know, you're going to want to play, obviously, some of your Switch 1 games that are upgraded. The problem is a lot of those upgrades are going to cost money. There's very few of them that don't cost money. But more importantly than that, you really are going to want to play some of those new games, right? So you're going to wait for two things. First, wait for the second model of the Switch 2 to come out. Model 1 has an inferior screen. Like, the input delay on the Model 1 is greater than the input delay on the Switch 1. The Switch 2 Model 1 has a larger input delay than the input delay on the Switch 1's screen. That's wild. Like, that is crazy, because the Switch 1 screen was pretty garbage when it came to input delay, and the Switch 2's is even worse. So just wait till they release the Switch 2 OLED model. That's going to be like an extra $100 or something, And by then, one of two things are going to happen, right? So by then, the Switch will be, first off, the Switch will be more robust. It'll have a better battery life. A lot of the bugs have been worked out. Like, for instance, I had to send my dock back to Nintendo 3 times. My dock was broken when I got it out of the box, and I had to send it back to them 3 times before they sent me a working dock. How's it going, Private Tomcat? So you're less likely to encounter an issue like that. On top of that, you'll have a good screen. That's the big thing, is that you'll have a good screen. And the last thing is, if they could lower the price, they might end up lowering the price because their sales are just going through the shitter now. Like, they had a really good start because they made a whole bunch of stuff that sold out right away. They had like the biggest batch of freaking like consoles that have ever like been made for the release. Normally there's a lot less than Nintendo had. Nintendo had warehouses full of these motherfuckers ready to rock and roll. So all the early adopters were able to get them right away. So that is what the initial huge sales were. But since then, the sales have already dropped significantly. Like, the Nintendo Switch is no longer the fastest selling console of all time. It's only the fastest selling console for the first few months of it. Like, that was just it. It was only for the first few months. The sales have slowed down so significantly that other consoles are outselling it. And so Nintendo's going to do one of two things. They're going to either leave the price the same, or one of three things I mean to say. They're either going to leave the price the same or raise the price. Both of those things aren't going to be too beneficial towards you if you're waiting for the better model, because the better model is going to be more expensive. But if either of those two things happen, keep in mind you can always wait for that Christmas sale, right? Just wait for the November holiday sale or the Christmas sale and get it like $50 cheaper, or get a cool game included with it, or something that wasn't included before, or some extra stuff that you wouldn't have gotten. Like, sometimes they'll just like include a pro controller or something. You'll get something like that, right? Or the other thing is they might actually drop the price to increase their sales, because that's what used to happen. Until the Nintendo Switch 1, every console in the previous generation would drop the price. The older the console got, the cheaper it would get, and the sale, and that would increase the sales of the console. So they could end up dropping the price, even with all this memory shortage bullshit that everyone's talking about and stuff like that. The number one way they're making their money is not the console, it's the video games. The video games that they're charging $80 fucking for, but only cost them a couple $1 million to make. That's the other thing too. Remember when I like, some people on the internet, they were like, oh, they have to charge more for their games because video games are so expensive to make. I'm like, bitch, these are Nintendo games. These are not some kind of, this isn't GTA or some shit like that where they're spending hundreds of millions of dollars making them. Nintendo games have always been made on shoestring budgets. Like, they're famous for making good games on shoestring budgets. That's what they do. Like, do you really think Mario Kart costs them more than like fucking 20 million tops to make? Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, they're charging $80 to play that Kirby game. That Kirby game. And what it is it's like $70 for the base game and an additional $10 because they want you to pay, because all base games for Switch 2 games are $70, and if it includes anything extra, then it's an extra $10 or so. So you got to pay that. And like, it's like, how much do you think it costs them to add one extra map and a couple of mini games to what's that game called? Mario Party. They added one extra map and a couple of mini games to the Mario Party, and you couldn't even play them in the base game. You have to play them on their own mode where that you can only play that one map. Like, how much do you think that costs? That cost them no money to do. They probably put that together for a couple $1 million. It's fucking Mario Party, for fuck's sake. And it's not even a real thing. It's just some DLC. They probably spent no money making it. And how much did they charge? How much are they charging for that game? $80. And then we know, how much did Pokemon ZA cost for them to make? Unlike with the other games, we're only going based on estimates, right? But we know how much Pokemon ZA because of the Pokemon League. We know how much it cost for ZA to be made. It was like $13 million. They made that game for $13 fucking million, and they charged $70 fucking for it. $70 for a game that cost them $13 million to make. They're like, what do you mean the rising development costs? That's one of the cheapest. That's an indie game's budget. They're making an indie game's budget, but they're selling it for fucking AAA overpriced game prices. Like, don't come at me with that bullshit about like rising game production costs. That shit's a myth. Like, and even the games that do cost more money to develop, that's the game developer's fucking choice. They're choosing to spend that much money. Guess who is being paid $500 million to make GTA 6 or whatever? GTA 6 game devs is who's being paid for that. They're not just setting the money on fucking fire. They're paying themselves that much fucking money to make the game. The development team is being paid an absurd amount of money to make that game. That's why it's so expensive to make. Like, they're choosing, they're like, oh yeah, we're gonna make sure we pay our staff this much money. They could just not do that. They could just not do that. And on top of that, do you think that if GTA spends $1 billion in the production of GTA 6, that they're not going to make the $1 billion back? The thing is that like how many copies of GTA, like let me show you. Let me show you the difference. I'm going to show you the difference. How many copies of GTA 3 sold? This is why games should be cheaper today, they should be cheaper today. All right. So there we go. How many copies of G4 sold? Okay. How many copies of GTA 5 sold? This is why games should be cheaper today than they were back in the day. You ready for this? Let's take a look at this. So GTA 3 sold somewhere between 14 to 17 million copies. Very popular game. All right, GTA 3 was the bomb. A lot of people bought and played this game. They sold a lot of fucking copies of this game, okay? Congratulations. So you say to yourself, why the hell, like if we say, how much did it cost to make GTA 3? $10 million. Okay. Well, of course, you know. I was like, and GTA 3 was I think a $50 or $40 game, $50 or $40 game when it came out. So how much did it cost to make GTA 5? $266 million. So it's like, whoa, they're spending a lot more money, right? So they have to charge more for the game because it costs so much more to make, right? Well, that's a fucking lie. You know why that's a lie? Because it doesn't pay attention to something else. So GTA sold 14 million copies. Let's see how much GTA 4 sold. 25 million copies. Wow. Wow. That's crazy. Isn't that crazy? It's almost like more people are playing games than when GTA 3 came out, 25 million. So then you ask yourself, okay, well, how much? You said it costs like $200 million, almost $300 million to make GTA 5, right? So obviously they should have charged like $200 for their game, because the production cost of the game was out of the fucking world, right? It's impossible. Well, let's see how many copies of the game sold. Oh wait, 220 fucking million copies of the game sold. It's almost as if more people play games now than they played games back then. So there's this thing called supply and demand. All right. So here's the thing. The demand for video games has increased absurdly. So we take 10 million to 220 million. That is an absurd increase in the demand for GTA games. We had people who wanted 10 million. We're like, ooh, we need 10 million. We demand 10 million copies, right? And then they were like, okay, we demand 220 million copies. Now, what this would do traditionally in a traditional supply and demand is that if this was a traditional supply thing where they had a limited supply, you know what that would mean? A limited supply plus a higher demand means charge more. The thing is that these are fucking video games. The supply is infinite. We have an infinite supply. Why do I keep, instead of hitting two L's, I mean two P's, I hit two L's or one L, P, or I'm doing everything other than hitting P twice. So we have an infinite supply and an absurdly huge demand. You know what that means? The cost goes down. What that means is that's Walmart. That's Walmart. Walmart shoe glue. What the fuck? Anyways, that is Walmart. Man, I don't get it. People can't seem to figure that out. The reason why Walmart is able to charge super ridiculously low prices for their I'm closing all these windows real quick. The reason why Walmart is able to charge these super ridiculously low prices yeah, they used to be a lot cheaper. The price has gone up, but the cost of development for Nintendo games has barely risen at all. The Nintendo games are super cheap to make still, compared to the typical AAA game. They're not as wasteful in their development, and their games are not as like they don't have as much like fidelity, right? Like they're not like super graphic intensive games. They don't have to like spend days doing some like stitches and shit like that on someone's thing, and it's like, no, there's just not as much work being done. They spend most of their time like making things fun. So yeah, when you have a situation with Walmart, there's products that they sell at Walmart where they only make like 5-10 cents. That's the thing. There's products that they sell where they'll make 5 to 10 cents in profit for each item they sell. Well, why would they sell something for only 5 or 10 cents of profit? Because they sell an astronomically fucking gargantuan amount of them across America every day. That's why. They can charge 5 or 10 cents, undercut all of their competition, and still make a massive amount of money because of the sheer volume of things that they sell. GTA 6 should be like $10. If GTA 6 released for $10, it would make more money than any game released that game comes out that year. If everything released for the same price and GTA 6 released for $10, it would still make more fucking money than every other game that releases that year. Because the demand is ridiculously high and the supply is infinite. It is so fucking easy for them to just print more copies or let you download a game from a server. It's pretty much almost free for them to do that. And the moment the sales start slowing down, they just stop printing as many copies. And then, like, they don't have... supply is infinite. They could, if 100 billion people somehow were just immediately existed on Earth and all 100 billion people wanted to buy a copy of GTA 6, they'd find a way to print 100 billion copies of the game. The amount of, there is no limitation on the supply of those. They can make infinite of them. So when you have an unlimited supply and a massive demand, what typically happens is the price goes down because you can undercut your competition. Good. In a normal capitalist system, they would undercut their competition. But instead, what we have is this fucking oligopoly bullshit, where all the big game developers have all agreed with each other that they're gonna milk the fuck out of us and charge astronomically high prices for their fucking games that should be cheap as shit because of how many copies they're selling. Like, why do you think that Silk Song got so much shit from game developers when they charged $20 for their game? You know why they charged $20 for their game? Because they knew they would make all that money back and more. They decided, instead of trying to build tall, meaning sell less copies of the game but sell the copy but make more money per copy sold, they're like, we'll just sell more copies of the game and make less money per copy sold. They built a wider customer base rather than a tall customer base. They weren't trying to milk the whales of gaming. They just wanted everyone to be able to play Silk Song. And what happened is that other game developers started attacking the Silk Song game studio for not charging enough for their fucking game. They're breaking, what is happening is they're breaking the little oligopoly line, everyone, all the game developers and publishers are all agreed that they need to overcharge for their fucking games. Like, if a single AAA studio, like if someone like, say, EA or one of these other big budget AAA studios started releasing good games and started charging like $40 a game, you know what would happen? They would break records. And yes, people would still buy the new Zelda and people would still buy the new GTA and whatnot. But you'd notice that every EA game that came out, as long as it's a good game, that's why I said if they started making good games, every new game that came out would break records in its sales. It would sell incredibly high numbers. They'd make just as much money, if not more, than those studios that are overcharging for their games. I gotta say, Nintendo's the worst of them. Man, I can't believe what they did. Like, I don't know what the hell Nintendo's thinking. Like, Nintendo is acting like they're Gucci or Prada or some shit. Like, they're the Vogue thing, right? Like, they're like, oh my god, you need a Nintendo. If you don't have a Nintendo, you're not cool like everybody else. Or, you know, you gotta have that Nintendo. And so because of that, we're gonna charge $1 billion for our Nintendo games. And people are just like, what? Bitch, you're the bargain bin company. People play you because you make cheap, fun games. What the fuck are you charging Gucci prices for a cheap, fun game? Like, that's not gonna work. People love Nintendo because they can play like a fucking really fun game that isn't that expensive on a console that's not that expensive. Now they're the most expensive way to play games. They're the 3DO of our time. They're like, ah, yes, don't you don't want to play with those kids' toys, do you? Play a real man's console with real man console prices. We're to charge you $1 billion for a fucking controller. They charge $100. $100 fucking dollars to buy new Joy-Cons. The shittiest controllers made in the past 20 fucking years cost $100 fucking dollars. What? Nintendo needs to get their heads out of their asses, man. I want them to start making fun, good games for affordable prices again.
Hey, but I didn't want to fight. Careful, more are coming.
Infuriating, man. I still haven't purchased a single Switch 2 game. I got the Switch 2 as a gift. I'm sitting in 0 Switch 2 games owned outside of the one that came with the console. And I only played that for a couple of days.
Oh, they've seen us. Careful, more are coming.
We got company.
Careful, more are coming.
And the thing is that if they charge normal prices for their games, I would have bought Donkey Kong. I would have bought like the Kirby Air Riders game. Like, but they should have been charging normal prices for their games. I might have even double dipped, and instead of just paying for an upgrade, bought like a standalone copy of like Breath of the Wild. But no, if you want to play Breath of the Wild on Switch 2, it doesn't cost $80. It doesn't cost $70. It costs $90 fucking dollars to buy Breath of the Wild 2 for the Switch 2. $90 fucking dollars. Because never before in the history of video gaming have they ever re-released a fucking single-player, non-free-to-play game and didn't include the DLC. That's right. The Breath of the Wild is a $70, 8-year-old fucking game that doesn't include the fucking DLC. It's madness. Absolute madness. $90 for an 8-year-old game. $100 for Joy-Cons. So yeah, my advice to you is to not buy a Switch 2 right now. You hold off, and one of two things will happen, right? Either Nintendo will get their shit together and stop charging so much for their games and their consoles, and then you'll be able to get a like an OLED version or something like that of a Switch 2. So you'll have the superior hardware instead of the launch hardware. And if Nintendo has not stopped losing their mind, they're still charging the outrageous prices, then two things will have happened. Number one is that they'll have a larger variety of games for you to play, and number two, you'll be able to buy them used. That's right. You can go to eBay or something like that, and instead of paying $70 fucking for the Donkey Kong Country, you could probably buy it for like $40 or some shit. Because it'll have been out for a few years. Donkey Kong, not King. Donkey Kong Bonanza. Oh, hold on, eBay. I gotta put in eBay. See how much you can get a copy of Donkey Kong Bonanza. I'm not gonna go with bidding, I'm gonna go with buy it now. Oh, I know how to do this actually. Donkey Kong Bonanza. What is it called? Game. Not game charts, is it? Oh, that's not it. What is it called? Price chart. There we go. Price chart. Price charts. All right, so let's take a look at Donkey Kong Bonanza. So if you get a loose one, you can get it for 40 cents. Oh, you can't see that. Hold on. So the loose price is an average of $47, and the complete price is an average of $50, and brand new steel sealed is an average of $53. So that's almost $17 cheaper than its actual current price, and that number is going to go down for at least a couple of years. So right now we're complete in box, and that's average, right? So complete in box says 50, right? But notice that the last one that sold was 46, 48, 59, 37. Someone got a complete in box copy of Donkey Kong Bonanza for $37. Here's one for 44, 43, and brand new. Let's see the cheapest someone's gotten a new. Someone got a brand new factory sealed copy of Donkey Kong Bonanza for $40 fucking dollars. So that's what you do. You wait till the OLED model comes out. If you have to have a new Nintendo console, wait till that OLED model comes out. It might cost you a little more. It might cost you a little less. Either way, you're not going more games will be out, and you'll be able to buy them for prices like this as long as you're patient. You go into eBay, you start wish listing all of the games that you want to buy and try to find them for the cheapest prices. $41, $39, $47, $48, $46, like $49, $48. Look at this. And if you go further back, you'll notice the prices were higher, and they start to go down and up and down and up, but they keep going down over time. And that's going to happen for a few years. Like a few years from now, you're going to be able to find a copy of Donkey Kong Bonanza from somewhere between $30 and $40 new in box. It's not going to be, on average, it's probably going to be selling for, like $40 or something like that, right? But if you're patient, like this guy was here, he got this one for $40, even though the damn thing's only been out for a month. Brand new in box, factory sealed. Let's see. Donkey Kong Bananas. Sort by lowest. That's case only. That's case only. That doesn't include the game as well. Empty case as well. All right, this one's bidding. It's got 5 days left and it's at $20. So, you know, I'm not counting the bid ones. I want like buy it nows. Trying to find the newest buy it now. That's a low price. The bidding is how you get the lucky low ass price though. Keeping an eye on something. Like that's probably how that guy got a brand new factory sealed for $40. But here we go. Like this is buy it now. There's a buy it now for $39.95. Wait, is it new? In box? Or is it complete in box? Oh, this is a place a bid. Okay, that's why. I was about to say, what the hell? 2 days left. Factory sealed currently at $40. Come on, bids. I want the bids. I don't want the bids. I want the buy it nows. No problem, Soren. More bids. More bids. That's funny, actually. Okay, here we go. This one has 3 hours left and it's currently at $41. Factory sealed. All right. Come on. Here's a buy it now for 50. So currently the current cheapest buy it now is $50. I wonder, have I ever died while going AFK like I currently am? What's the name of that game? Since I'm already here on eBay, I was going to look up that one game I'm trying to get. I just can't remember the name of it. Unfortunately, that's it. They stopped printing copies of it. The cheapest I can find it is $40 brand new. Right here, here's a $40 one brand new. Buy it now. But I don't want to pay $40 for this damn game that's like 8 years old. Problem is with that, like I said, they stopped printing copies. So, Astral Chain. Sort by lowest price. There's some bidding on a loose cart. That's $10. There's some bidding on this. That's $20. More bidding. Maybe I should try to bid for it or something. There's like a bunch of people with new copies of it and shit for only $20, and who knows? Maybe I could get it for like $30 or something if I buy it like really cheap. I mean, if I snipe someone or something. So yeah, here's the cheapest price. Buy it now, $40. But because they have like buy nows for 40, like maybe, yeah. There we go. All right, so let's close that. I checked the Astral Chain thing. Because that's a game that's probably going to get more expensive with time. Since they're not making new copies for some fucking reason. But then again, they might make a Switch 2 version, which would make it actually super cheap. So we're gonna try to look for this guy and give him a whack or two. My fuel is pretty low though, so. Nice, so easy. Got him. Let's have a drink as we're serenaded. Oh my god, it's been like 20 minutes since we refreshed. I wonder if it refreshed on its own. I don't think it did. I think it was actually. We got 60,000. I think it did refresh on its own. 1,000? I think it's lower than, higher than that. 60,055. Oh my god. Oh my god, dude. It's dropping so fast. How did they bleed so many players so quickly? Down to 53,000. Meow, 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 meow.
Fire! Whip catch one. Let's give him the hands on him.
Deploying field. Time to gain the edge.
Deploying field. Got the edge.
Oh boy, they do a lot of
That's
damage.
how you take. You can do it. Come on. Come on.
Enemy down. We can lay it. There. Ha! Fire.
Hell?
Take this.
Come on.
I need healing.
Come on. Hostile neutralized.
Hell?
Switch to close range combat.
Don't give them time to breathe. Yes. Now tackle it up
I got a little bit of
Low,
TP up.
end it all.
now. Follow with a real bone crush.
Don't I have, where's the, why is she not
Come
using
on.
her
Now, melee attack.
big hammer?
Come on.
Where even is she? Oh, there she is. Woman, that big ass hammer on your back. Why haven't you used that to end any of these guys? You can end any of these dudes with one hit.
You're in my sight. Hostile neutralized. Switch to close range combat. Deploying field.
Rectum.
Got the edge.
Blast that sucker. Deploying field. Time to gain the edge. Take this.
Alright, I'm gonna hit the game over button. Game over, man.
Right now. There's no substitute for real combat.
True on any.
That was a cinch.
Alright. So in the space of 2 to 3 hours, they lost 40,000 players? What the fuck? That's crazy to think about. Point attack. I don't know what that means. I don't mean to do that. What the hell's a point attack? Point attack. What's that pop up? Launch point attack simulator. During simulation, some elements of the main menu will be restricted. I don't know what that means. Like, what is a point attack? Oh, look at all my mechs all lined up. I got a green one, an orange one, a blue one, a white and blue one. Training mode? Do you unlock cool stuff by doing the training mode like in the other games? Like in the other games, that's how you get like the skimpy outfits and the cool outfits sometimes, but mostly it was the skimpy outfits. I already have all the skimpy outfits in this, like fashion gear. I could play dress up with like Sakura if I wanted. Here we go. See, like this stuff, I don't even know how I got it. It just came. I have so many of these tank tops. Like, what the hell? Do they need every color in human existence? Like, is that a thing? Where's the leather stuff? That was funny to see. Yeah, like the leather jackets, the limited leather jacket series or whatever. And then there's like a pants version of it. See, like you get the booty cheek swimsuits too. But like there's these leather pants that are pretty funny. The bell bottoms. Where are the leather pants? Yeah, look at these. Look at these leather pants. Like, holy shit. Those are some shiny black leather pants. Like, she has to grease up before she puts herself in those things. How the hell? Those things look tight as hell. Wait, what was that on the front? What's going on there? Oh, it's got like a little dress thing or something going on there, I think. What the hell? Yeah, it's like some kind of weird dress. Get the baggies. The Trek wear. I've been noticing that. I got a lot of Trek wear. I remember that. More booty cheek stuff. Is that like her skin? Is that her skin in between that bit there? Is that like just barely covering her vajayjay? So the diving series is even more skimpy than the other one. Hey, where's all the outfits? Oh my god, what is happening here? She's like an alien. 6-star medium gear mother god? What the fuck? Orphean heavy suit. Look at these outfits you can wear. And I think we're into the normal clothes. And I normal with quotation marks. Of course. Wait, this is Skell armor? How do you sit down in the Skell with this? There's booty cheek cones. So this is actually close to what she is wearing, I think, right? Just a different color. Yep, exactly. We gotta find the top, the diver's top. I got the swimsuit, but where's the diver's one? All right, we're into the things. Oh. What the hell? Party suit. This doesn't look like a party suit. It looks like a Japanese schoolgirl suit. The dock suit. Now this one calls as a school suit. How is this called a party suit then? I don't know, man. I don't know the difference. I don't know Japanese stuff enough, I guess. I want to get past the worker stuff. Oh, I'm in the Trek stuff now. Oh, the diving. All right. It is even more skimpy. There's underboob in this one. That's funny. Limited diving. Upgraded limited diving. Oh, the success. I'm really excited about this. Oh, that's not as exciting as I thought. I thought it would be all weird and alien-like. It's just this. Like the legs were so crazy that I thought it was going to be wild. But instead she just looks like a human with like weird clothing. Oh, maybe it's the mother god. That was the one. What the hell? That's not exciting at all. The legs were so wild, and you get this. The mother god legs were crazy. Look at the mother god legs. These things are crazy. I thought we were gonna have something weird going on. Let's check the arms. Let's find these mother god arms. Maybe they'll be like claws or something. The torso is just boring. Oh, maybe the head will be like it'll have bug antenna or something funny like that. The arms are pretty boring too. That's disappointing. What about the head? Come on, you can do me. We're gonna have something awesome for these heads. Don't let me down. What about the diving series? Ridiculous. Oh, yeah, look at that. Oh, man, that one's lame. This one's better. Like, this one belongs in a freaking... in an Ultraman... like, episode or something. Like, she needs to be making, like, weird, sharp poses with her arms as explosions happen behind her and whatnot. What the hell is that? And why does it say it's a heavy suit? She look that's like Metal Gear 5 eye patch, right? Or Metal Gear 4, I mean. Wild kitty. The angel thing could be funny. If I have a character that dies a lot, we could just give him an angel, a halo. The Scouter series is so disappointing. Like, why can't you see the eye? It should be transparent. I feel like I should leave the glasses on her every time we go through the glasses. We've gone through the glasses in the past. I think it was these. I don't think I'm seeing any new glasses. I think I'm seeing new colors, but not new designs. All right, and then now it's gonna get to the thing. So yeah, we've gone through all of the interesting headgear, and everything from here is just gonna be like stuff you can buy from the store. Not like some kind of specialized thing. It's just part of the armors that I find and things. Yeah, it's been a while since I looked at some of the decorative things you could do with the characters. I prefer their default design. I just keep putting them in their default design. Alright. Oh, that reminds me. This is the big spaceship you guys mentioned. We were talking about yesterday, I think, right? I think I said I was going to go to the spaceship.
Fascinating, right?
Yeah, that's it. We're in the alien spaceship. It's all alien-y.
Fascinating, right?
Nothing new popped up over here. All right, then let's do some of these blue ones over here. Before then, let's hit the refresh button. It's been a few minutes. 53,635. How? It's only been a few minutes, dude. What the fuck? How? Holy shit. They lost like 50,000 players almost. in the span of like 2 hours. Free. But still, somewhere between 3 and 2. Because that's about how long I've been keeping track and hitting that refresh. I haven't looked at the... I wasn't looking at the actual thing, because let's see what it says. It says 1400 GTM or whatever to 400 G. Oh my god, yeah, that is ridiculous. But they went from 97,000 to 36,000. Oh wait, UTC. There we go. 1900 UTC. Oh my god, in like 4 or 5 hours. Yeah, that's crazy. So they're starting to slow, like the decline is starting to slow down. Like over the next hour, instead of them losing like 3,000 in a few minutes like they have been, they'll lose like 3,000 in an hour, or 1,000 in an hour. Like, yeah, from 1 AM UTC to 2 AM UTC, they only lost 1,000 players. So yeah, it starts to mellow out. They stop losing them as fast. So it is slowing down how fast they're losing them finally. Or it's about to, I should say. Like, it's one thing to like look at it on the screen and look at the times like I just did, but it's another thing to like experience the real time myself, right? Like, I'm experiencing like 10 minutes pass, I hit the refresh button, and I'm like, oh my god, there's 3,000 less players, right? And it, like, that's shocking. Well, what it is that it's actually a true... You know how they say this video game was overhyped, this video game was overhyped, and all that bullshit, but they're wrong? Like, for instance, a lot of people said The Last of Us 1 was overhyped. No, it wasn't. The Last of Us 1 wasn't overhyped because people didn't have buyer's remorse. That was, like, people really loved that game. Some people didn't like it, of course, but that was a very beloved game. It wasn't overhyped, it was hyped correctly. If anything, it was underhyped because it was not hyped up as much. The amount of sales that it got was much lower than the amount of attention they tried to put. I mean, the amount of sales they got was much higher than the amount of attention they got on it. But people will try to say that that was an overhyped game, the first The Last of Us game. Doesn't make sense. It's just a stupid thing to say. However, this game is what a true overhyped game is. Like, they literally put it as the one more fucking thing. Like, hey guys, we know we've shown you a bunch of cool shit, but just you wait. We've saved the best for last. We got one more thing to show you. You're really gonna like this one. Here comes High Guard, and people are like, and some of the normal people were like, oh, I guess this is gonna be a good game. It's free, I might as well try it. And so 100,000 people played it when it first came out, and then apparently 80,000 people were like, this is fucking boring, and left in under a few hours. I mean, in under a day. Like, it took like half a day for 80,000 people to leave and stop playing the game. That's wild. All right, let's find that mission. Like, that straight up feels like sabotage. But it can't be sabotage. Like, I mean, I guess it could technically be, now that I think about it. Like Steam could have sabotaged the servers and made it so that the game wouldn't function, and so people weren't able to play it or something. But that's not what happened. That's not what happened at all.
Come on. That got dented. Move in and keep the rhythm going. Come on.
This
Fire! We'll catch them
I'll
on
take the shot.
Huh?
It's working. What a lay and do melee attacks next.
You're in my
They
sight.
are weakness. Follow me.
I'll neutralize.
Let's give them
Switch
the
to close
hands
range
on.
combat.
The chewy chop.
Come on.
Deploying field. Time to gain the edge. It's
Come
working.
on.
Yes. What use melee attacks next?
Exactly, Soren. Daily Shaver farting noises. That's what it was. It was a wet, nasty fart of a game. Like everyone's just like, what? And it couldn't have happened to a more fake ass game. Like, I'm happy. I don't like fake ass games to succeed. Like that game had fake promotion. It's the most cookie cutter fucking cash
Hey,
grab,
I didn't want to fight.
no heart put into the game's development game. Promoted by fake ass gamers who don't even play games. Given good reviews by fake ass gamers who don't even play games. I am very happy that a fake game like that, a game that was fake hyped and all that other shit, I mean to say, got a reality check. Yeah, I don't know. I don't see this legendary monster anywhere. Oh, is it a specific time of day thing? Those. Huh? Not there anymore. Is my model really covering up the whole ass thing? I still can't. Oh, there it is, finally. It says, given hard Harrier help during an electromagnetic storm. All right. Let's start doing our timing, man. System, change time. Bro, I'm getting nothing but the exact same weather effect. Come on. Get out of this same weather effects funk. This is ridiculous. How many times have I gotten the same weather effect now? Like 10? Game glitched out? Yeah, I'm restarting the game. I think it's glitched out or something. I've never seen the same weather effect so many times in a row. Yep, now the weather is changing immediately. Yeah, that was weird. That was a weird glitch. I haven't experienced that before. I hate this specific weather effect thing. Finally. Alright, so it should be here somewhere. Is it whatever? Oh, it's that thing. You want to go? I'll break your face.
The end of yours, it's on now. Close the distance.
Boom. Yeah, this guy has a lot of health.
Top of them. Gunfire.
I'll put them down. Deploying field. Titan in the edge.
Deal. Chop.
One blow to end it all.
Hey, hold still.
He might one-shot people. I don't know. We'll see. Might take a few tries to beat him. I should have saved my game because it might take a few tries to beat him.
End it all.
No, don't knock him down. He might reset.
Almost down, but not out.
End of your life is near. Spyhard Quarterer. That's it. Now smack that giant
We
good.
got this in the bag now. Leave it to me.
One blow to
Deploying
end it
field.
all.
Titan in the edge. Nice.
Move in and do some damage.
We
Have
can
some of
You
this.
wish.
All or nothing.
hit him again.
Why did yep, Lynn lost her skull. I specifically told her to exit her skull. 30 seconds later, she's still in her fucking skull. Why do they not listen to you? I knew I should have saved. Fucking stupid, uncooperative game. The weather's stuck again? What the fuck? What is wrong with this area of the game where the weather keeps getting stuck? Alright, it's changing again. Why couldn't Lynn have just fucking listened and exited her skull and I wouldn't have to be doing this shit again? She had like 30 fucking seconds to get out of her fucking skull. The fuck? What the fuck is this? What is this weather effect? Oh, it's a rainbow. How common is the rainbow weather effect? I mean, it might have existed without me noticing it, because the rainbow's only right here, over here in that direction. But like, I've never seen that icon up there before. The first time I've ever seen that. Let's see. Xenoblade X only appears during rainbow. I don't know how rare rainbow is. Maybe I should look up what is limited to rainbow. Zorn the Wanderer. Zorn the Wanderer. Yeah, Zorn the Wanderer. Apparently rainbow is required for Zorn the Wanderer. Alright, where is Zorn the Wanderer? People are having a really hard time getting the rainbow to show up, apparently. So let me see what level Zorn the Wanderer is and go check him out. And his location. Xenoblade X. Zorn the Wanderer. Images. Can I get a map location, please? Here's a video. It is near the volcano. Oh, near the rainbow, actually. I wonder if it's at like the base of the rainbow. That would be hilarious. I assume the rainbow was not something you could approach. It would just be a thing in the background. Oh wow, it takes a long time to get here. They're like going inside of the mountain on foot and walking around through a big cave, and there's like level 70 dude there. Zorn the Wanderer is 56. He's just one of those clappy guys. Yeah, so this is actually a pretty hard one to get to. I'm not interested in doing it another time. It would take too much effort to get to it. But another time I'm like cycling weather effects, I'll try to pay close attention if I get a rainbow, and I might do it then. I don't know. Or if I happen to notice I have a rainbow effect going randomly when I'm in the area, I might do it. Hey, there's a rainbow and there's rainbow music. Well, there was a rainbow, I should say. Yes, it's specifically a Coldros monster, Soren. Yeah, so the effect was pretty rare for you too, Millennia. Yeah, I'm just not interested in trying to fight that monster right now. But another time, if I get the weather effect again another time, then I'll look for it. It does appear to be a very rare weather effect. Like I don't ever remember seeing that. Gotta restart the game. The weather's glitched out again and got stuck. Yeah, I'm trying to do it just for this stupid quest. It's so annoying. I hate weather condition fights. So technically, I have gotten less electrical storms than the fucking rainbow effect since I've been trying to hunt for weather effects. This is the second rainbow effect. I've gotten like 5 brimstones, 1 electric storm, and 2 rainbows. Electric storms are not supposed to be that fucking rare. Another brimstone. The brimstone and the electric storm are supposed to be about the same rarity. A 3rd rainbow effect. Alright, I'm done. I'm done for the day. I'm done. The game is cheating. It knows what I want and it's cheating. So you guys have a nice night. Hope to see you guys tomorrow. Take care, everybody. I'm gonna head to Discord for movie night.